Hi guys! So today's video is after a couple of different people have been asking about inversions and how to work them into the practice, and a couple of little tricks for building strength but also building confidence. Normally when inversions are taught in the class, from a safety point of view, you're taught to kick up towards the wall so your butt lands on the wall, and sometimes you end up stuck there for the rest of time. So these little techniques will begin to move you away from the wall in a slightly different way and get you using your legs more. I recommend that you are warmed up when you're doing these and you've done some core work. There's a little bit of shoulder warm up going on here, but normally core work would be essential for what we're doing. I hope you find it helpful. Normally this series would be done with a yoga mat, but this carpet's really plush. When I've got a yoga mat on there, it bubbles up, so I'll just do it without. I would prefer it, if you're doing practice at home, do it with a yoga mat. One of the ways that I like to prepare myself for inversions is by getting the shoulders a little bit more stable. So bring the elbows up so your elbows are the height of the shoulders, forearms are parallel to one another, elbow in line with shoulders. Inhale, lift the ribs up. Exhale, draw your shoulder blades back, shoulder blades down away from the ears without popping the chest forwards. Inhale, elbows reach forwards. Exhale, flex the chest muscles by squeezing the elbows inwards. If you've got a yoga block, put it between your elbows and squeeze that so you get extra resistance. Keep the resistance on the arms. Inhale, lift up through the back of the skull. Exhale, shoulders back, shoulder blades down. Inhale, reach the elbows forwards. After a little bit of that, I like to get myself moving more through dolphin prep, and I'll show you some tricks for using the wall to start adding more inversions into your practice. To begin with dolphin, grabbing the upper arms to measure the elbow distance, and then clasping the hands initially. Inhale, lifting between the shoulder blades. Exhale, tucking the toes and lifting the knees up. If you're tighter in the shoulders, knees are a little bit bent. Inhale, ribs lift up away from the arms. Exhale, bearing down through elbows, forearms and wrists, neck relaxed. Inhale, feel for reaching the pelvis up away from your rib cage. Now, as a general rule in classes, if you can get 8 steady breaths here uninterrupted, then you're clear for the dolphin on the wall variation, where we're heading next. So from here, moving so you're near to a wall, same deal, grabbing the upper arms and clasping the hands. Watch the demo first, then we'll do it together. So the demo, you're stepping up onto the wall, no higher than your pelvis, and then taking a leg up. We'll do between 8 breaths there each. This is a great way to start feeling for that balance point. So those of you that wrote to me and said you're struggling with that, moving away from the wall, a lot of times people are taught to do it almost kicking up towards the wall. I like moving away from it, so we'll build into it from here. So come down onto elbows, clasp the hands so the feet are touching the wall. Do that same lifting up between the shoulder blades. Exhale, squeeze chest muscles, tuck toes, lift the knees up, and then step the feet onto the wall, no higher than hip height. Inhale, lift the right leg high and flex the foot. Feel for using your legs more than your arms. So you're lifting up through the thighs, legs are working so the thigh bones are not externally rotated, especially if you're on the more flexible end of the spectrum. Inhale to lift the ribs up away from the ground. Exhale, push down through elbows, forearms and wrists. Then to change sides, bring that leg down, take the other one up. Inhale, drive up through the left heel. Exhale, push the right heel into the wall so you get that strong connection through your legs. This is something that will be really helpful when we get into some of the other inversions, because you will be upside down, needing your legs to work for you. To come down, step the feet down with control, and then sit up. Getting more awareness in the arms is helpful, but also keeping your sets fresh so your energy is really right on point. So to begin with, bring the elbows into your low front ribs for a move called birdwing. We'll do this so we get that refresher in between sides, so when we move on to something else, we've got a little bit more juice. So elbows are in at low ribs, bracing the elbows in against the rib cage. Inhale, lifting up at the back of the skull. Exhale, hands move away from each other, but keeping the elbows squeezing in. Inhale, forearms come back to parallel. Exhale, squeezing elbows in, hands away from each other. Hello, Pop. Inhale, hands come back in. Exhale, squeezing elbows in, moving hands away from each other. After a few rounds of that, moving into down dog on the wall. For down dog on the wall, if you're wrist sensitive, repeat this on the elbows. If you're looking for things like handstand, I think if you spend time on your elbows building up that practice, getting the support from the shoulders, it doesn't matter whether you get onto your hands. And I've had times where I've injured my wrist and spent most of my time on the forearms and it's paid off. So I'll show you this from hands down. You can do it from elbows down. Don't worry, you're not doing it. So watch first. So the demo for this one will be going for almost like a split leg. So setting the feet onto the wall first for down dog on the wall. Taking the leg up as we've done before. Taking the leg over and then lifting the gaze a little bit. And starting to play for lightness on the wall. So just tapping on and off from there. So still a lot of juice through the legs. So it's your turn. Come on down. Have your hands actively spread. If you're doing this on elbows, set elbows down. Tuck the toes, lift the knees up, and then step the feet up onto the wall. Inhale to lift the right leg up, and then begin to move that leg overhead, but keeping the leg active. Look in front of the hands a little bit to help you with the balance point, and begin to lift to toe tips. Inhale, lift the inner thighs up towards the ceiling as you begin to tap, perhaps away from the wall for a second. Worst thing that can happen is you'll just sort of pivot down the way. Alright, now change legs if you've still got the energy to do so. So right leg is down on the wall, left leg is up. Doing that same active reach and just tapping off of the wall. So you begin to get confidence with that positioning. Alright, then come on down. So something we haven't spoken about yet is that usually if I was adding this into practice, I would have done some core work. So have a look at some of the other videos for especially the forest yoga core work. That stuff would be really on point to add into the mix for any of these things. Next move means that you'll need to slide down the wall a little bit, so you're getting a little bit of that abdominal conditioning. I'm going to repeat this on the elbows. Our aim is to get about 5 smooth glides down and then back up. The back up is a wee bit more challenging. So come down onto elbows, same as we did for dolphin on the wall. Inhale to lift between the shoulders. Exhale, tuck toes, lift knees up. Take the feet up onto the wall and then slightly higher up than where you were. On exhale, slide the legs down. Inhale, slide back up. You might need socks. Exhale, sliding the feet down, so getting that pike. Inhale, back up. Exhale, pike the hips down. Inhale up. So I've got my big toe on the wall only. Exhale, sliding the hips down. And eventually you'll gain the control to be able to lower down with a fair amount of control. So I think if you implement these things into your practice, then you'll start to get those moments of lift and flight. I hope you enjoy them. Remember that you can subscribe to this channel just by clicking the link at the bottom. So subscribe to it. We'll be posting more videos with little tips on yoga practices, but also some full comprehensive yoga practices that you can do at home. So I hope you enjoy it.